Hello and welcome to the Yonga Trail, which is in Mount Lesueur National Park. Now this walk trail is actually been relatively newly opened up, and it's situated just between, pretty much halfway between Geraldton and Perth, so there's a couple of 100 kilometres to travel to get there. You can see by the satellite images it's pretty much a nature reserve that is surrounded by farmland. But what was amazing is the diverse landscapes that you can actually find there. Mount Lesueur itself is, hey, it's only about 300 metres high. The trail, the overnight one, is about 26 kilometres. You could do it in one day if you wanted to, but they do provide you a hut and some tent platforms about halfway around.
Morning, it's about 10 a.m. Took me about 2.5 hours to get here, so hopefully I can beat the major heat of the day and I can park up just after lunch on the Yonga Trail, which is in Lesueur National Park. There's still some beautiful wildflowers out. One right here. If I look at it, that little one there. So some gorgeous pinks happening there. However, the first thing I'm going to put on is my fly net. Yep, they are certainly friendly. So, yep, back on track and off we go. Already there's lots of kangaroo paws and that. So I will get out my little identification book shortly.
Now I'll try to do my best at classifying or at least naming some of these wildflowers, but even I get a little bit stumped sometimes. Now there are a number of hikes or little walks that you can go around Mount Lesueur from the car park. However, the Yonga Trail is pretty easily and well marked. Now Mount Lesueur National Park is actually located in one of the biodiversity hotspots of WA, and in springtime this area fills up with wildflowers. Often as you drive by it'll just look like scrub bush. However, after the winter rains, you can get a real flourish of flowers. You just have to get out there and walk and have a look. So what you may be noticing is that a lot of this is a very low-lying shrubland, and it's actually called a Kongan heath, and it's a particular shrubland ecosystem that's actually found in the southwest of Australia. It's pretty much characterised by nutrient-poor sandy soils, and you'll actually find a high diversity of plant species, and a lot of them are actually just endemic to the region. So Kongan actually comes from a Noongar Aboriginal word, and it's been used to describe open treeless vegetation with dense low-lying shrubs. There are actually about 900 species of plants found in just this one national park, and the trees that you see are Wandoo eucalypts, obviously lying in more of the water-prone areas. And in a couple of the open areas, you could see these fields of yellow flowers.
Oh, so I've just arrived at Yonga Campground. Actually was expecting to go another couple of kilometres according to my little meterage thing. Some nice toilets. There's some raised platforms over there. Let's go have a look. There's the hut down there. I have reserved space in the hut. Got a nice little outlook. Here's some, just set up for some big groups because there's quite a number of raised platforms there. Maybe they're expecting a few critters to come around. But yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Yep. And we'll go over and check out the hut. I didn't bring my tent. Just going to do the usual of sleeping mattress and sleeping bag. Bought my lightweight one because it's not winter, it's quite cool. And I'm going to spend the afternoon reading, relaxing and just resting my feet. And I'm going to keep my mozzie and fly net on because they are pretty atrocious at the moment. Thankfully someone's put this little log here because I don't think my legs would get me up that step to the platform, but I've got a nice little picnic table to sit at. Great.
So my cheese is not exactly sharp and crumbly because it's sort of been zooshed in the heat. It looks a bit like a dip. But anyway. It's yummy. So the Yonga Walk Trail is relatively new to the National Park website. The hut here is of a different design to those that you'll see down south. It is made out of metal and has small grating as a platform base. Here there is one hut and about 3 platforms, and they do have to be booked. You can't just rock up. It's a pretty easy process just through the website, and you do get a toilet there as well, but of course there's no water, so you do need to bring everything in and everything out. So at the end of the day I could smell and see a little bit of haze over in the distance because there was a fire on the coast. Wasn't overly concerned because being a registered camper, if there was any danger, I would know about that. making my coffee. Foamy. And then it's time to pack up and head off. So hopefully going to beat the midday sun. So just heading off this morning, 6:45. First bit of wildlife, a couple of kangaroos, one just hopped away. I think they're pretty much on the trail that I'm trying to get to, aren't you? Yep, just heading off down this little trail here. Back to the car. If I get in early enough and it's not too hot, I will go up and have a look at the views from Mount Lesueur. Sounds like a mountain, it's only 300 metres high or so, but you do get a great view, and I believe you can see over to the ocean. Have seen the ocean from this spot a little bit. Only glimpses of the ocean. So yeah. There's a lovely view out to the ocean. You can even see some of the dunes. Tree, you can tell because they've actually got these little nuts in them, so they're actually like a pine of some sort, but they're a beautiful glossy green, and you can see over the way they create that beautiful green patch that almost looks like grass in the distance, but it's just these small shrub pine trees. A few kangaroos in the early morning. Thankfully I didn't see any snakes. If you were in the height of summer, I'm pretty sure they would probably be around a little bit more, but they might be stirring even so make sure you wear some good boots. Walking along this nice little gully, and there are some of the bright purple wild hibiscuses down there. A bit gravelly underfoot, so it's not a strenuous hike. I'm glad I've got my sticks in case I do slip over while I'm not paying attention. Ever looking for orchids. I know the enamels here, seen them. They're very tricky to find. I might be a little bit late in the season. This little gully, looks like there's a bit of a rock ledge there. Not exactly designated as a river, but it would definitely be nice and damp down there. So it didn't take me too long to don my hat and fly net this morning. About an hour, so it's now 8 o'clock on the dot. Saves me trying to getting flies up my nose. What I love about this little fly net, pretty little fly net,
is the fact that, hey, it's not one of my camouflage ones, which are green. I've got plenty of them. It's actually also got this band up the top, which so you can fix it to your actual hat, and it sits there and holds it tight. I've got this pretty little choker necklace. It's a choker necklace.
Interesting landscape, a bit like a woodland. Got my teeth here. Interesting little waterhole here. It doesn't look very appealing to swim in. So, as I'm nearing the end of this hike, to my left is actually Mount Lesueur. You can actually see, whoops, a trail. It gets a bit slippery and gravelly up here. I've seen a trail go up it. Just don't know whether I'm going to be bothered in the middle of the day to get up there. No, I didn't actually climb up Mount Lesueur because I'd actually already seen the ocean from out the back of the national park. Back at the car park there are lots of information boards about the various birds and plant life that you can see on your journey through the national park. There are a couple of other little spots that you can stop within there, so it does make a good little day trip either from Perth or from one of the coastal towns like Jurien Bay.